Tarzan is trash. The soundtrack does not do it for me. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry at all. It's a trash soundtrack.
Guess who made it through security quicker than he did?
Who did?
We did.
Oh, yeah, you did. I don't really F with The Little Mermaid. I honestly just saw that one for the first time like last year. Because I had gone through a phase of clogging toilets because I just had really bad TP management. And so anybody, if you make me do this, I hate you so much in that moment. Like, oh my God. So shout out to Blattrick Swayze for that comment. You ready? Let's get it. Absolutely not. Oh boy. Hello, folks, and howdy do, huh?
I'm doing the intro.
Hi, folks. Welcome to...
All right, folks. Welcome back to another episode of That's How You Feel. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Levi, and to my left, I have the one and only Caleb Anthony.
Julia's pumped right now. Her face, she's like in the back just smiling, and...
It's because she sees how sexy I look.
Gosh, okay. Already. All right. Okay. Yeah.
As always, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. I want to give a shout out. Our first Patreon subscriber, Laura Brumbaugh. Thank you.
I'm going to go ahead and quit my job now.
I know, right? I think we made it.
Well, Julia needs to quit first, and then we can quit.
Well,
I actually can't wait till the day we get to like hire an employee. Like after Julia, then like when we figure out how like, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
After we like figure out like, hey, we need like some extra help on this team, I can't wait to like try to hire like the first employee. That'll be a really cool milestone.
Yeah, I just want to get to 10,000 first.
I'm way ahead of you.
I saw a video. Have you seen the girl I know TikTok? Lord knows I watch too much TikTok. There's this girl who keeps on eating limes with salt or sugar or
I saw something like that.
Well, she was talking about how she joined the creator thing or whatever. And the first day she made like a couple hundred. Second day she made like 700. And I was like, okay, TikTok, do your thing. Pop off for us. Come on. Where you at?
We just got to get some better content.
Yeah, that starts with you. But I do also, it happened for the first time to me. I walked into a building and someone goes, I watch your podcast. It happened today. They know you.
Was it my wife? Like what? I mean, who'd you walk in and who knew me that you saw?
So her name is Nicole Lowe.
Oh my, that's
yeah, she was super sweet. I walked in on
Nicole.
the unit.
Hi,
and
Nicole.
And she was like, and then she said, watch your podcast. And I was like, I taken aback. I didn't know what to say. I was like, wait, what? And then I said, do you know Caleb? And she had said, yeah.
Hi, Nicole.
Yeah.
I love that girl.
She said that we are funny. I won't say the other stuff that we talked about you, but
that's fine.
Yeah. No, she was super sweet.
She's going to be on the show soon.
She mentioned that you had talked to her about that. I said, come on. And she said, I'm ready when y'all are.
Okay.
I have someone I want to get on the show as well. I need to talk to you about. I talked to my wife about it. I sang with her the other night and I was like, she's hilarious. I'm going to sit here laughing the whole time.
Great. Cool. So again, thanks for watching.
Real quick, you want to notice how when you say something, I will acknowledge it, even if it's not something that I fully like. But I mean, Nicole, I'm on board with. But if I say something, you just roll your eyes and change subject.
I do notice that I do that too.
Yeah, you should change that.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks. Past comments.
Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. We're on Patreon. Shout out to Laura Lee for subscribing to that. Thank you. We appreciate that. We have merch on our website. Check out our website. That's howyoufeelshow.com. That's the website. Comments from old episodes. These comments come from Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're not on Twitter. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and text messages.
So they come from social media.
So we were talking about, just this first comment comes from the
Caleb's bad habits.
I got bad habits. I had bad habits.
I sure hope you change this one.
From when I said I didn't flush, I went through a phase of not flushing, and he said, "Okay, we must ask why." That's the first question. Why? I don't know. I just decided. If I really think about it, if I was honest, I was scared to flush toilets because I was scared I clogged toilets. Because I had gone through a phase of clogging toilets because I just had really bad TP management, and so. I mean, like half a roll for like one. I was very young.
You were also a kid. I mean, it happened. I mean,
yeah,
kids say and do the darndest things.
I was scared to like flush because I was like, what if I clog the toilet? I'm like,
I can't wait until Gabe starts talking more, and he just starts saying the most random things. You're like, where did that come from, boy? It is the funniest thing.
So shout out to Blattrick Swayze for that comment. I'm sorry if I ignored something that you just said. I'm just trying to move. I'm just trying to keep the show rolling.
No, I was laughing at the name.
So I think I actually know Blattrick Swayze. Yeah, he's a buddy. This next comment comes from
hi, buddy.
One Kojima. I was talking about seeing somebody Winnie the Pooh in it at the gym, and so we were talking about how he's doing this behavior, and the comment says everyone in this video has the same shape, which I was like, that's funny. That's
right, but what would you call that, Caleb?
He's just.
I just want to hear you say it one time.
He's what, a hater or a troll? Just because someone has something negative to say about somebody does not make them a troll or a hater.
Oh, no, I wasn't. Oh, really, Caleb? Yeah. Mister, you tried to call me a troll on Facebook the other day.
Because you are repeatedly, like, trolling me.
I've only done it a couple times. I will only do it if you, we can get to that in a minute, but you legit posted something about how don't show up late. You were late all the time.
I'm just saying.
And I posted receipts.
You have been trolling me. You've been trolling me.
I feel like this episode is us like trying to fix each other's flaws.
I'm here for all your criticisms or critiques. When I was talking about,
I was thinking trifling, by the way.
Well, when I was talking about space, sorry for ignoring what you just said. I'm just trying to keep the show moving. I was talking about space exploration. And
someone salty.
This person, her name is Just J 1031. You are legitimately blank if you think we didn't go to the moon. I'm not gonna.
Are you sure? I think that might be a guy.
I don't care who it is. Yeah, I might be, and that's okay. I don't believe everything I hear. I don't care about evidence. What? We're not using logic.
Yeah.
Also.
And you know what?
And shame on you for using that word.
Thank you. That's what I was going to get to. I don't normally rant about a lot of things, but that's a word you should not use. Today, we've moved past that.
Well, I still thought the comment was kind of funny, but still. The word choice, a little poor, but who am I to judge? This next comment, when I was talking about how I would sleep under my mattress. Ellis Quinn said, someone get this poor man a weighted blanket. And I thank you, because I actually do have one.
I was going to ask if you have one.
I have a little bitty one. And when I used to sleep in my car, I would use that. And it was just so wonderful. It made sleeping in my car really nice.
Do you know how much weight it is? Gotcha.
No.
I have one. I love the weighted blanket. It's 60 pounds though. It's pretty heavy, so I don't sleep with it because I feel like it's going to suffocate me.
Oh no, I need that in my life. That sounds like a dream.
I mean, it's one that if you like throw it up on you, you're going to go.
That sounds amazing.
But I was talking to someone and they were actually talking about how they sleep with the weighted blanket and it helps them their insomnia. And I'm like, maybe I should get like a 25-pound one.
Yeah, man,
and try it out.
Weighted blankets are it.
Yeah.
Last comment comes from Foo DJ. We're talking about the concert lineup. If you had Usher, JT, and CB in a show, who would you cut and who would you open and close? And he said JT and Usher. Chris Brown hasn't been a vibe since he acted a fool in 2008.
You know what? It was in the back of my mind when you brought that question up.
That's so funny.
Have we moved past that? That's a hard one. Because I feel like he gets a lot of slack for that.
There are certain
Rightfully
people.
So.
Certain people think never forget, never forgive. And I hear you, but people make mistakes. People should be allowed to grow. People should be allowed to change. And I don't think that you should be pigeonholed or earmarked or forever labeled as something just because you did something, once or even twice. Like that was literally like almost 20 years ago, almost. Yeah. And
dang, wow,
like 2008, like I don't know what year it is right now, but no, sorry. It's been well over 10. I don't know the math. It's been well over 10 years and there hasn't been
16 years.
Great. Thank you. He hasn't been caught in an episode like that since then. I have to believe that he is a changed person, or at least he's really good at hiding who he's hitting now.
Yeah, I mean, look at Diddy.
I mean, so like, how long does someone have to be like, an outcast or a pariah before we're like, okay,
no, I agree,
we can let it go.
I think cancel culture goes way too far because once someone's canceled per the culture, they have to be forever. And I think you're right. We do need to give people the opportunity to learn from their mistakes. When it happens, like, yeah, I'm not saying like someone does it and then immediately the next day be like, yo, what's up? But give them the opportunity to change and give them that space.
Well, I mean, it depends on, maybe does it depend on the offense? Because like, True. Look at like Cosby, like he's still like, that dude's like 90 or something, and they're like, nah, you're dead to us.
I think it does depend on the offense.
You think so? As a Christian, you think it depends on the offense?
I don't think that he should be allowed in the same space as he was.
What spaces? A bar? Like where should he not be allowed?
I think when you commit a crime, you should do the time. That doesn't mean, I know that was really setting it up for something big and it was simple as be, but that doesn't mean that they can't change still, and that I'm not judging them, but I don't have to allow myself to still continue to pursue that. If that makes sense. I'm still waking up.
Yeah, he just woke up like 10 minutes ago.
Caleb walked in and I was asleep.
I did.
Yeah.
You were asleep. So let's just go ahead and get off that because I think that could be an entirely different episode.
I do too. I think we should cut some of that. That's what I love about. I'm not cutting
none of that. Leave it in.
Are you the one that edits our shows?
All right, let Julia do whatever she wants. I don't care. Okay. Next segment.
Question of the day.
Oh, what Disney movie has the best soundtrack?
My mind always goes to like the musicals.
That's okay. Which one?
I have a 4-year-old daughter, and so I mean, I wouldn't say it's the best, but I mean, I hear Frozen a lot.
Frozen?
I feel like that's a well-known one. What's some other Toy Story? You've got a friend in me.
I regret asking this question. I didn't know it was going to make you sing.
Me. Rough ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice long bed. Caleb.
Yes, sir.
You got a friend in me.
This is Lime Cucumber.
Huh.
I've seen people say that they love it, and so I was like, I gotta try it. I gotta see what's going on over here. I am not liking this. It's weird. It's kind of good, but like it's a little weird.
It's kind of how I feel about our friendship sometimes.
I could drink this. This isn't bad.
No, that's gross. Anything that every time I did
try
that. It. No.
Please? Try it.
It's got that cucumber-ish.
It's got lime too. It's weird. It's not bad. It's kind of crazy.
No, cucumbers are great, but not in water.
That's not.
That's gross, Caleb. Don't try to justify it.
That's not terrible.
Yes, it is.
I don't hate that at all.
Caleb, don't justify it.
No, I'm not. I'm not mad at that. I don't know.
That tastes like water from the side of the street someone picked up.
That tastes like a spa. I'm into it. I would say the best Disney soundtrack is either, a lot of people are going to say like Tarzan because of Phil Collins, but I'm not, that song is not that great to me. Sorry.
You might get some haters.
You'll Be in My Heart. Honestly, You'll Be in My Heart. Trash. It's a trash song. I'm
That
not
is
here
a
for
hot
it.
take.
It's a trash song. I'm not here for the song. The Aladdin had a better soundtrack than Tarzan. Beauty and the Beast was better than Tarzan. Not Little Mermaid though. Little Mermaid bops. But my favorite movie soundtrack is probably a Goofy movie. A Goofy movie all day.
That was the goofiest answer you could have said. That was, you set it up. You were saying this is trash, and then you said a Goofy movie.
Tarzan is trash. The soundtrack does not do it for me. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry at all. It's a trash soundtrack. It's not trash. This is not good. There are better soundtracks. Now, I think one of my friends, Cass, would say Hercules was like, that's like hers.
Oh, really?
Hercules. Because it's like
I was going to
gospel.
say also Lion King.
Better than Tarzan.
Lion King is up there.
Lion King is probably number 2. Like 1A. Like Gold is like Goofy movie. Number 2 is probably Lion King.
Let me know in the comments if you think Goofy movie is in the running for best Disney soundtrack.
Best Disney soundtrack, a Goofy movie.
Please shut him up about that. I mean, it's a great movie, but soundtrack wise,
trash.
You crack me up with these Mount Rushmore questions.
Yeah, and you know what? You know what? Since you want to critique me, I'm going to critique you. I don't think you've ever given a Mount Rushmore of anything on this podcast before. Like you've always said, I can't say, or I can't. Nothing comes to mind. Like you never.
I did the wrestler one.
I don't think you did.
I'm pretty sure my wife put faces on there.
I think they were mine. I don't think you ever have. You like to hang out in the middle. You don't want to swing too far left or too far right for anything. You kind of you don't want to have any hot takes.
That's not the truth. I will give hot takes. I will also give credit to a lot of things, and it's sometimes hard for me to pick just 4.
So give me your Mount Rushmore of movie villains. Okay. You want me to go first? So you need time? Do you need time to think about it?
No, I'm ready.
Oh, go ahead.
So you got Scar.
From who? Lion King? Okay, fine. This is okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
This is my hot take.
Go ahead. Okay, Scar from the Lion King.
Ursula.
Okay, what are you doing? Just Disney people?
The question is, give me your Mount Rushmore. You changed it because it said Disney villains.
I swear I didn't.
I went up and looked up Disney villains.
Okay, Scar, Ursula.
Why don't you go first?
No. Who else you got? I would love to know your Disney 4. Come on. Don't.
Maleficent.
Okay.
You would say Captain Hook, but I wouldn't put Captain Hook.
Oh, Captain. If we're doing just Disney, Captain Hook's up there.
Yeah. Cruella DeVille, maybe, or Sid from Toy Story. I'm just kidding. Cruella DeVille.
Ooh, Cruella DeVille. That's a good one. If I were to do just Disney. Oh, yes.
And you can't choose the added on Marvel movies and stuff.
No, yeah. If I'm doing like just Disney, Scar's got to be up there.
After you,
no, for real. If I'm doing just Disney,
you gave me slack because I get it.
Yeah, if I'm doing just Disney, Scar's up there. Captain Hook is up there. Probably Cruella DeVille is up there too, and then I would probably do the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland.
I thought about her. I'm surprised you didn't put Maleficent up there. I feel like she's a very.
I honestly don't really remember.
Or Ursula.
Nah. I don't really F with The Little Mermaid. I honestly just saw that one for the first time like last year.
So when you said bops earlier, you meant like it's not good.
Not good.
Oh, that's a new take.
No.
On the word bop.
The word bop is good. Like that's a bop. Like the Little Mermaid soundtrack is a bop.
Oh, okay.
That like that, all that Caribbean.
Under the sea. Under the sea.
Now, if I was going to give my Mount Rushmore of actual like movie villains and just like real, well, it's all fake, but like movies, I would say, I actually wrote them down. Let me pull them up. I would say Darth Vader. I don't really care for the Star Wars franchise, but Darth Vader, he's an iconic.
He deserves it.
Villain.
Yeah.
Jigsaw. From the Saw franchise, I think he's a great movie.
I hate
villain.
those movies, but I get it.
The Joker, and specifically
sure.
like probably even like just Heath Ledger's Joker,
Heath
but
Ledger
the Joker in general, like he's a great.
That's another question. Let us know who you think the best Joker was, because Heath Ledger was phenomenal.
It's Heath. If we're gonna rank the Jokers, it's Heath Ledger, Joaquin Phoenix, Jack Nicholson, and then like after every other Joker, then Jared Leto's. Honestly, I didn't hate Jared Leto's Joker. I thought it was a really interesting like adaptation. I didn't hate it. It wasn't bad. Weird.
Put him at the end.
Maybe, I don't know. But okay, but back to the Mount Rushmore. So we got Vader, Jigsaw, Joker, and then Hannibal Lecter. Now I left off like every like Halloween, the Jasons, the Freddy Kruegers. I left all those off. I put Hannibal up there. I think that those 4 would be my Mount Rushmore of like villains.
Okay.
So if you want to try to do some off the
No, I was not prepared for that question. I was prepared for the Disney version.
Shame on you. But hey, your Mount Rushmore of Disney ones is great too. Let's get to the topic because we're running already on time and we're gonna try to have a quick episode.
Yeah, so you came up with this topic, so I'm gonna let you kind of lead it because I'm not sure where we're going.
Okay. So we both
It's getting
have
serious. Do I need to get ready too?
Well,
okay.
yeah, I think so. So I just kind of wanted to have to like set this up. But we all have friends that sometimes we figure out after the fact that they've been struggling with something. It doesn't matter what it is. Like me and you have a friend that we found out they had gone through something or that they're going through something and they're on the other side of the dark point. And immediately when our friend came to me and talked to me about it, I was like, bro, why didn't you call me earlier? Like, why didn't you like come out sooner and like, talk to me about this? And it got me thinking about like, and there's this TikTok that talks about it, and Julia will play the TikTok.
That's such a common misunderstanding, Rich. I didn't want to burden you. I didn't want to bother you with my problems. And I think people don't realize that we don't build trust by offering help. We build trust by asking for it. And
whoa, say that again.
We don't build trust by offering help. We build trust by asking for it.
Damn. And why is that?
Because it's your example. And I'm sure everyone in this room has had this experience where someone was in pain, didn't call you for fear of bothering you or interrupting you. You're a busy person. And then you find out once they're okay. And again, I'll just speak from personal experience. A friend of mine went through something. He wasn't completely out of it, but he was doing better. And I'm like, haven't talked in a couple of weeks. And he sort of like slowly started to say, I've been struggling. Yeah. And I said, why didn't you call me? He says, I didn't want to bother you. And my immediate reaction was, you asshole. How dare you be so selfish to deny me the honor of being there for you in your time
of showing up for you.
And that's what it is. It's the incredible, that's when you know a friend is a friend, when it is an absolute honor to be there at the time they least want to call you.
And one of the quotes from that TikTok is kind of like what I wanted to kind of discuss with you was the thought of friends thinking, I didn't want to be a burden or bother you with my problems. And I can't, like the video was talking about, like he called him like you, that's what I'm here for. So the friend that is going through something, he apologized for not coming to me about it and not like saying, hey, I'm struggling. And I apologized to him for not reaching out. And here's the reason why. I'm not the friend that checks in on the other friends. Like it's not in my nature to reach out to my friends and say, hey, how are you doing? That's just not who I am. That's not a part of me. I always just automatically assume my friends are good unless they tell me otherwise. And so it got me thinking, is it my responsibility to check in on you? Or is it your responsibility to reach out when you're going through something? Like, where is it both? I don't know, because I don't know.
I mean, I think we've all been through situations where we're struggling with something, and that's a hard thing to reach out to people when you're in the thick of it. I will say, I think the response, and I know, like, I think the response of like, oh, well, why didn't you let me know is a little bit selfish.
It is selfish.
And I don't feel like that should be the response, because I know, like, when I'm in the thick of problems, or struggles, like sometimes I will hide it from everyone. And that's because I'm an internal processor. And so I need to process it, figure it out, and then find a solution before I start like reaching out to people. Now I know that's a problem because you don't also want to disappoint the ones that you care about the most.
By airing your crap out?
Yeah. And it's not airing your crap out, airing your struggles. Like, I mean,
I don't know, man. Like, I think it's weird that like we don't, and I'm guilty of it too. Not
that's
so
what I'm
much,
saying. We all do.
Not so much though, because like I've come in to like church on a Sunday morning and I'm like, hey, look, I need to tell y'all a story. I need y'all to like talk me off the wall here. And usually y'all, like I've said, y'all are never on my side.
That's in disagreements with your wife.
Still,
I know you on another level. You don't come to church and say the things that you struggle with.
yeah, I do. Sometimes.
Not in the same way you're looking for help. Not in the way that you're looking for help or assistance. Now, you did open up to me, and I'm sure you opened up to your other friends about certain things, but it wasn't right when you were in the middle of it necessarily.
It might have been. So, well,
no,
okay,
the time
right.
you came to me was right when you like had come up with a solution, and then I was helping you from there.
Oh, okay, because I had already processed it and was like, all right, here's what I got to do.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
And my thing is, I want to know, like, you know, thank you for telling me, but also like, what can I do to help support you in the future? I don't want to hear, because I feel like when you say, why didn't you let me know? It has this like negative tone to it.
Yeah, it does.
Instead of being supportive of like them actually opening up and saying, man, I really struggled with this, and this is what I just went through. Like, I feel like our response as friends should be, man, I am so sorry you went through that. How can I help you moving forward to help prevent you from falling into that place again?
Well, it's all okay. Like, you're kind of hanging around like addictions and struggles, but like also people that are just having a hard time in their life right now. Like maybe outside circumstances are affecting them and they just feel helpless and alone. So like there's also like the thing of something in the thing that said, we don't build trust by offering help. We build trust by asking for it. And I kind of don't understand it. Like, what does that mean? Like, how do you build trust if I have to ask you for help? How does that build trust?
If you're asking someone for help, you're in a very vulnerable state, whether it's a loneliness, whether it's addiction. And so giving someone a branch gives them the opportunity to snap it. And so I am giving you this trust to keep this branch together and help me build this into a tree.
Okay.
And so that, if you can help me grow this, that's going to grow our friendship stronger than me just coming to you and saying, oh, hey, let me help you move, or let me help you do this, or let me do this.
All right, I take it back. This is actually not good. It is weird.
That was a deep moment, and you just...
I'm totally listening to you, though. You're talking about the branch.
So does that make like...
Yeah, it makes a little bit more sense, I guess. I just... I
mean, think about something.
I struggle to digest that.
Yeah, but like think about a time, and this could even be with your spouse, where you've really struggled with something and you're scared to open up about it because it's something you're ashamed of. But you give a person that opportunity to share that with. It's a very vulnerable, it's a very scary place to be because they now know a part of you didn't really want everyone to know, and they have the opportunity to use that for good or bad. Now, if you're telling someone, you're telling them in the intention that they will help you use it for good. But people are people, and people have burned. I know I've been burned in the past where people can use that against you and take that branch and whack you with it.
I don't even know what it means to use that against me. Like I just don't know. I don't know what that feels like. Maybe I've just been lucky enough to not have.
Here's a very small example. 1-star review. But do you know what I mean? Like, how petty. Years later.
That's not using it against me, though. I was just like,
That's never giving you an opportunity to succeed in their eyes.
I'm okay with that. All right.
I know, but do you see what I'm trying to get at?
No, but I'm okay to like to accept that maybe just this thing I don't fully comprehend all the way, and I'm okay to sit in that ignorance for now. Maybe someone will tell me I'm stupid.
Well, the next part of that is when he said, "How dare you deny me being?
How dare you deny me the honor of being there for you?"
Yeah.
Now that I resonated with so much because like that like I got friends that go from crisis to crisis, and like I can't wait to be called when somebody needs like something. Whether you need. Don't call me to help you move. I'm not going to do that no more. But like when somebody is going through something and they just want to talk. First of all, I am wildly honored when they want to do that and they want to talk to me. But it terrifies me. I hate giving advice. I love to listen, but I hate to listen because I'm like, I hope they don't ask me what they should.
It's funny because I love giving advice.
I don't want to be asked for my opinion because I don't want to give bad advice. I'm just like, I always feel so humbled. I'm like, I'm an idiot. Why do you want my advice? Like,
yeah, again, I will
dumb
say,
as a brick.
I think this kind of goes with what I was saying in the beginning. I think that's a very selfish response. And this is just my own opinion. I want friends in my life who know me. I don't mean you have to know everything about me. But and I'm not saying, I know people when they are struggling with depression, when they are struggling with addictions, anxiety, all this stuff, you get to a point where you can cover it up and you can hide it very well. But I still feel like we've gotten so busy as a society and as a culture that we are not paying attention to the little things anymore because we are so transformed with social media and the next thing and friends this and the good times with the friends. When in those good times, you may even be able to see if you truly know someone, some things that have been like, especially if you walked with them in similar paths. Because when someone tells you something and you start to process and look back, you're like, oh, I should have noticed it then, and then. Because you already knew that about that person. That was different behavior. But I think we are so transformed on go. We just run past all the signs. Now, I'm not saying that every time there's signs. Because I know that I am very good at hiding things. That sounds bad. But like when I'm struggling or anything like that. And I think I want friends. And this could be selfish of me because this is me not opening up where I want them. I feel like if I'm really struggling, you can tell whether my mood, I don't
know about that. You're always kind of sassy. You always got a little bit of spice to you. And I'm always like, is he going through something or is this Levi on a Tuesday?
I feel like my spice has different tones though.
Oh my goodness.
See, and my wife shook her head yes, because she knows my different tones of spice.
Maybe I haven't learned it yet. I will say though, to my friends that like go through stuff, if I ever have friends that do like need help or need anything, I don't care who you are. Like it is such an honor to get that phone call. Like if you're struggling, if you're going through something, you're having a hard time, and you have enough wherewithal to pick up the phone and call somebody. Like, God, I love that phone call. It terrifies me. But I truly do feel honored to get that phone call.
But why wait for the phone call when you could check in?
Because I said I'm not that friend.
No, I know. But also in the beginning, we're talking about this.
Like whose responsibility is it? I don't know.
I think that I could do better at this. I think everyone could. Why can't we call people
and just say how you doing?
Hey man, what's going on? How are you doing?
I hate
because
that.
If you have trust with someone and someone's in the thick of it and they call you out of nowhere and like they're really intentionally checking in, sometimes a little part of you starts to crumble and wants to open up and share.
Not me, man.
Share this.
I get nervous. I get anxiety. I'm like, what do you know? What happened? What's going on? Like, and then like if you call me and say, hey, how you been? I'm like,
is that what you mean to me all the time when I call you?
I want to know what you want. State your business. Like I need to know.
I do state my business.
I need to know. This is just me. I need to know very specifically what you want.
Yes, I still do that, and you do the same response. So it doesn't matter if I state my business or not.
Whatever. I don't trust you. I just because I'm with like that. The how are you? I'm like, what area of my life are you referring to? Because if you say overall, I'm just like, I'm good. But like, hey, how you doing in Spanish class? I got a C. Like I don't know what you want to know. So it's just really.
You don't trust me, huh?
I have a guilty conscience.
No, that's fine.
I'm pitiful.
I thought we were better friends than that.
Yeah. So let's just move on. So okay. So again, I just want to keep the show rolling. It's not gonna do it now. Okay. So this one.
This is gonna be the theme of the episode. He's so salty about.
I just want to move on. So this one, I wanted to talk about this because we recently went to Vegas together, and while we were there, don't laugh, Julia. While we were there, you sent me a TikTok about the topic of emotional monitoring.
Was this the one I sent you?
You sent this to me. Now, okay.
And I remember why I sent it to you in that moment too.
I figured you were trying to like tell me something without telling me something. Okay, bet. Then I read that right. So
I didn't think you received it.
I did.
That's funny.
And
okay.
it took me several days to like process this and like really understand you and really like try to have a little bit of grace with you because in Vegas, you were either scared to make a decision on something or like you would always check in with the activity or after the activity to try to gauge, hey, are we all having a good time? Because maybe you were equating the good time we're having to the quality or the satisfactory level of our friendship in the moment of the activity.
No.
Yeah, you were.
No. No.
What was it?
Well, first off,
hold on. Play the clip, Julia.
If a person is constantly asking their partner if they are okay or if they are upset with them, it's a form of emotional monitoring, which is a trauma response to growing up in an unstable or abusive environment. Don't get upset at them for asking a million times, but give them the reassurance they are seeking. The reassurance is actually helping them heal, and the habit of them asking will lessen.
He's right. So it's annoying when someone asks you, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? And you want them to just stop. The fastest way to get them to stop is to actually answer them and reassure them. And eventually they don't need to do it as often. That's really what it comes down to.
All right. Now, what were you saying?
This was the first time I've ever traveled with you guys. One. So when you travel with new people, I mean, you want to make you. I don't know you like that. And now I learned you don't trust me. So I'm glad I did check and monitor.
Oh, shut up.
But I want to make sure, because I am one of those people, and you're going to say the same thing. I'm good with anything. I could have fun. I had fun just walking and looking at the lights.
I had enough fun walking.
But I want to make sure like you guys are good with the decision too. Because this trip is not all about me. It's all about all of us having fun.
Okay. Then,
and we did everyone got to do things we wanted to essentially, but.
Yeah. So, okay. But then why send me this TikTok though?
Every time it doesn't have to just be me. Anytime anyone asks you like, hey, are you okay? You get pissed.
I sure do. I don't get pissed. I get agitated.
You get pissed and it pisses me off. Because honestly, it's like walking around on eggshells with you. Because it feels like I can't ask you this. And then if I do ask you this, I'm stupid for asking this. Mm-hmm. When I honestly am just checking in. Because you, who says he's great at communication, are not. And your face does a lot of communicating for you. And when someone's face makes that much communication in negative ways and you want to check in, and there were a couple times where like we didn't have beef on the trip, but like if things happen, like I want to make sure you're okay as a friend. Like I want to say you're good. Like I want to check in, and you did not allow me that opportunity.
I didn't allow you to check in.
Never.
That's because I'm just like, if I'm not okay, first of all, I gotta be really not okay for me to be like, hey, yeah, I'm not okay. Like, or I'm upset or I'm pissed. Cause again, I'm like, if I'm upset about anything, like I wish there was like a moment in the trip that I could like pinpoint where I was like, all right, here I was kind of upset, but that just didn't happen. What?
I'm going to use the example of the last day.
The only reason why,
And I'm not even going to get into the story of what happened. Specifically, I'm going to talk about the airport. Because
I didn't feel like talking anymore. I swear to God, I did have a headache though.
I don't care about your damn headache. No, it wasn't even, it was to the point which, yeah, maybe you were ready to get home. I get that. I think we all were. But I'm coming up to you. I did ask how are you doing? Whatever. Can't ask that to Caleb.
Sure,
you can't check in on your friends. You can't be a friend to someone.
No, it's this.
But it wasn't even that. I couldn't say anything, Caleb, without being made felt stupid. I couldn't even ask you where Joel was when you knew where he was, and you made me feel stupid, and then said he's at Starbucks.
I actually is that what I said?
Yeah.
I
said, where's Joel? And you're like, I don't know. And I said,
I didn't feel like talking.
And then I said, oh, well, his bag's here. I didn't know if he told you he was leaving or something. And you're like, oh, no, it's an airport. He went and walked around. I was like, okay, he didn't tell you. He's at Starbucks. I'm like, why didn't you just say he went to Starbucks?
You're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong. I was one.
And you said you weren't like feeling the type of way, but then you were telling me you were checking with other people, like how they felt about a certain situation. So you were processing it and you were dealing with it.
I got to gauge, like whenever I'm going through like anything or I'm spiraling out, I gotta like, there's a word for it. Like I gotta like check against, like there's a really good like smart people word for what I was doing, where I was like checking to see against other people, like how I need to respond, or like, am I crazy, or like.
But also I feel like,
I don't know,
in that situation, sometimes, and I get that one wasn't as deep as this could be, but sometimes
see,
that can be
big thing though.
That can be a big problem, because then you're just trying to seek validation from someone.
No, I'm not trying to seek validation. I'm trying to be like, yo, am I crazy? Like, because again, like
yeah, but then when you find the people that say you're not crazy versus the people that don't, you're like, you know what? I'm not crazy.
No, like, because there are people, most times people say I'm crazy. Most times. But then there are people that are like, nah, that's valid. I'm like, okay, cool. But I want to be wrong. I want to be told you're wrong, you're overreacting, you're crazy, you're dumb. Like, I want to be told that, because that means that how I'm perceiving something isn't the reality. And so if I'm told I'm correct, then I'm like, oh man, this is bad. Or anything like that's why I love to like throw my situations up against people. That's why I gotta text a couple people and say, hey, this is what's going on. This is how I'm feeling. And then they can say you're crazy, or they can say, no, that's valid. You should be upset, or like, because I try to give like the story as unbiased as possible, where I don't, and I honestly sometimes will try to paint myself in a negative light just to be like, hey, look, you got to say if I'm crazy or not. Like, I want you to say if I'm being stupid, or if I'm being dumb, or if I'm overreacting, because that way I can check myself and go, okay, I need to regulate these emotions differently. I need to either go apologize or not, because I want to be wrong. And I hate being right about like feeling some type of way about something. I don't necessarily think there's always a wrong and a right. With you though, in this airport thing, man, look, first of all, I was upset. Was I upset? Upset is not the word I would use. I was over it. I was like, I'm over it, and I'm tired. And we found out how dumb I can be when I booked the wrong flight. And so I was just sitting there, I was like, this is whack. And then you come up and like, hey, where's Joel? And I'm like, bro, we're in an airport. He couldn't have gone far. Like, his bag is right here. You didn't say his bag was that. I told you, I said, oh, his bag's, it doesn't matter. Like, obviously, it does matter, because like you have to be able to try to understand a little bit how I think. No, I have to be able to try to understand. I get the whole thing. That. Like, at that point, it sounds like the way we're talking about this trip sounds like we had an awful time. And it was awful. It was terrible. We're never going back. But I mean, I get it. Like, I was ready to get home and see my kids. I know after that morning, everyone, it was a little tense. Were you just like, you better say no, because if you were, I'm gonna be upset. Was there a point at the airport where you were trying to just make conversation? Yeah. Okay, see, that pisses me off. Julie, this is why.
But hold on.
I hate any kind of just make conversation. I don't care for small talk. I don't like that. And so I think you asked about the view or the mountains. I was like, bro, what? Like, what are you doing?
That was a joke. You know I was joking
and
on that.
That makes me so mad.
Now, we're talking about the very last day.
Yeah.
But this was a theme throughout the trip. And this is also makes it hard. Having conversation with you is tough. And so I'm on a trip. I can't gauge how you're doing, how you're liking stuff. Can't make small talk. What can I do?
Because I was telling you, like, we cool. Like, I'm good.
No, but like on the trip, I think if we could just walk around in silence,
that'd have been the best.
As on a friendship level, that doesn't do it for me.
It doesn't do it for you. But like, I was cool. Like,
no, but you think that's building a friendship?
For me, we're different.
Yeah, but can you ever try to make a step towards another person?
I did.
No.
We had good,
Caleb.
robust laughs, Levi. We had hearty laughs and good chats and premium chuckles that entire trip. You gonna lie there and say we didn't?
No, but I like how you're trying to say we laughed, so we had a good time when I'm talking about something different.
No, I'm talking about overall.
Overall, the trip was a blast. We had a great time.
10 out of 10. 9 out of 10. We recommend. 9 out of 10. There was a couple food spots I didn't care for, but 9 out of 10.
I was thinking about that fancy place we went to.
What was the fancy spot?
At Caesar's Palace.
Oh, that brunch spot?
Yeah.
7 out of 10.
That was for like as expensive as that was.
I'm so glad we didn't pay for that meal.
Shout out Jenny. Thank
you, Jenny. I'd have ordered so much more food. Oh, if I knew she was gonna do that.
No. It was really cool to meet her and stuff. But I'm being serious. I think Caleb.
He had another woman pay for his food.
So did you.
Yeah, but we don't care.
No, and
people are gonna be watching this episode
outside of Vegas, though, Caleb.
People are gonna be talking about this like, what the hell are they talking about?
No, I know, but outside of the Vegas trip, I want you to think about this a little bit. I'm not saying I'm right in this whole thing, but
I hope you are.
I do think you are very set in your ways.
Yeah,
which we all are, but you are not. You do not allow yourself to ever see how another person feels or how you can make a step towards them in a direction. Because
I disagree.
No, because you always say you're great at communication. You're
am.
great at this. I'm perfect at this.
I'm not perfect. I am great though.
So you've already dismissed what I just said, and you said I disagree.
No, I do disagree with you because here's how I can tell you that I'm disagreeing, because we're talking about how you feel right now, because I'm trying to understand it.
But you're dismissing most of the things I say.
No, I'm disagreeing with you on
everything I say.
That's not true.
Roll the footage. Roll the tapes.
No.
And this is why it's hard, like having conversations with you.
As a friend, it's difficult for me to. I think on the spot, it's difficult for me to give you real-time feedback. And that's what you were looking for, I think. Because like you would ask, how are you? And again, when you ask that, I have no clue what to give you. So it automatically puts me in a state of anxiety because I'm like, I don't know what you want. So already I'm annoyed because of that question. So yeah, when anybody walks up to me, hey, how are you? That is an annoying question because I don't know what you want. I don't know what you mean by that. So when you ask that, you're already annoying me. So now I'm already a little frustrated with you because you annoyed me.
So then when I follow up and say, how are you doing after this morning? And your response is the same. It's just because you're annoyed?
Yeah, because I don't know what you want to know. I don't know.
That question gives you we're going back to the morning thing. After that morning, that question gives you stating the business. How are you doing after this morning? And literally you're like, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm so sick of I'm fine. Caleb, it frustrates me because there's so many times where I know you have, like, I want to be a friend to you. And I feel like there are times, and maybe this is selfish, you don't allow me to be a friend because if you want to help other people, but you do not allow anyone in. You are so closed off.
I disagree. Damn it. I gotta stop saying I disagree. I don't think I'm closed off though, because I feel I think that the one I'm fine is the summary. Like that's the overarching thing. I'm fine. But again, like, okay, maybe to your point, you were like, hey, how are you feeling after this morning? And I was like, I'm fine. Because overall, I was like, I'm going to be all right about this. Like, I am fine. I was probably upset and hurt and wildly confused the rest of the day. And that confusion also made me upset. And I was just like, I was tired. And here comes Levi in the airport. Making me take my earbuds out and pause my music or whatever I was doing. And I'm like, what is this boy? Like, if you make me do this, I hate you so much in that moment. Like, oh my God. I don't care who you are. Like, if I'm listening to music and anybody makes me have to pull out my earbud, like, so there's that aspect of it. Like, you're disturbing whatever I'm doing because I'm selfish with my me time. I don't know why you're making this face. I'm trying to give you a glimpse into the way my selfish mind operates.
Oh, I'm aware how it operates.
Anyway, that's what I'm saying. We're great friends. I think I had a blast. I just don't. Questions.
The trip, we had a blast, and there was
questions make me nervous. Any question gives me anxiety.
I think it's not just questions; it's talking.
Well, that kind of
because I'm just saying that was one of the only things is it was hard to talk sometimes in Vegas.
I don't know if
unless it was about learning craps.
Well, maybe I'm not used to talking about myself.
It's not necessarily yourself, but like we're in a city of lights and I mean Fremont Street. Did you even enjoy that at all?
It was cool.
It looked like you were miserable. And I couldn't even say a word to you.
I wasn't miserable. It was cool. I don't know what did we do before that?
We went to the Outlet Mall.
I was tired.
Y'all wanted to go?
I was tired. Like
which I get that.
As soon as we got to the mall, as soon as we got there, I was already over it. I was like, I'm tired of walking.
Yeah.
And so if I'm tired, like I shut down real quick.
Yeah.
I apologize to the viewers who are just watching this. Like,
why are they hashing out this beef?
Got to. That's how we feel. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So, but again, to the original, not the original, this TikTok that we had shared. Anyway,
are we still talking about that?
Yeah. Let's circle back to the original TikTok anyway about emotional monitoring, and it's a response. It's a trauma response. Watching that TikTok, and I've watched it several times, trying to like think about you always asking, "How are you?" How like it's like.
I'm pretty sure I sent that to you because you had just, and this wasn't even the last day. I think this was like the first
2 days before.
It was like the first day.
Yeah.
You had just scolded me because I had asked you about like how you enjoyed something on the trip.
Mm-hmm.
And so you scolded me. And it was just like, again, when you do that, I'm like, okay, cool. Like, what can I do right?
Yeah, okay. I definitely need to work on being able to elaborate on I'm fine. But to me, that is so clear. Like, I'm good. In my perfect world, if you said, how are you? And I said, I'm fine, you would take that and go, he's good. And then move on and not ask a follow-up question. Because I gave you... And it's hard
because, and granted, I know I'm a person that...
You dig.
What?
You dig. Like, you're a digger.
No, I like depth in a friendship.
Depth in a friendship is great. But, like, you got to... like, you got, like, 2 questions of me before I'm annoyed. Like... And so if the first one, the how are you, gives me anxiety, you got less than half of a question left before I'm like, what do you want? Because I think I said that to you 100 times. Like, what do you want? Like, what's
and so
what's
if you're reverse the roles, if you were on a trip and every response got you a negative reaction out of that,
you mean I'm fine? Because I'm fine's not negative.
To
you it is.
How did you just say? What do you want? You think that's a great response to someone?
Oh, no, I'd leave you alone. I'd be like, oh.
And you're on a trip in a town away, in a room with these people, a town you have to fly to get out of.
Yeah.
And that's how the people you're with are. You be Gucci, right? You fine. You good.
I would leave you alone until you were ready to talk, or until
You were never ready to talk, ever.
I disagree. Oh my God.
Unless we're playing Fortnite. I feel like
I'm barely talking Fortnite.
Yeah.
I'm locked in on Fortnite.
But there's times like if you want to talk, that's when you'll talk.
In Fortnite? Well, maybe.
Anyways, what's this Friendsgiving invite?
We can save that for another episode. We can save that for next week.
All right. So let's go to our weekly segment. We'll touch base on this topic more.
What? Friendships and stuff?
I feel like we need to roll the tape for ourselves to see what all we said to each other.
Bro,
and process it.
Julia gonna have you like I feel so bad for you. But to those who listen, you made it this far in the episode, and you're like, I wonder if anything. Oh my God, I wonder if anything we said resonated with anybody.
No, and I do too, and that's why like when we have these conversations, like they're for us, yes, but also hearing feedback that is intentional, not just stupid comments. Intentional feedback of like how you take that on both sides. I think it's good for me to help. Like, oh yeah, that you're right.
We should get homework. We're gonna take the Enneagram test and find out what our Enneagram numbers are. And then next week when we shoot again, we can discuss that. Because we got to shoot again in like a week.
Why don't we discuss all that off camera?
No, we're going to do it on camera. What you mean?
All right, let's go to the weekly segment.
You already said that.
That's crazy.
Do you got anything?
I do. So I'll let you go first though.
I hate Facebook Marketplace. Jesus Christ, I hate Facebook Marketplace. Okay, now here's the thing. I think I've maybe bought 2 things off Facebook Marketplace in my life. I don't like buying used stuff anyway. I feel like it's used, it's touched, tainted. I like packages. Like let me don't laugh, Julia. Let me open the package. I like
you want that new fresh scent.
I need to. I like keeping like like there's like when you get like a new phone, like the clear like plastic thing. I love that on all my stuff.
You peel it off though, right?
No, there are things like I bought.
You know how much? So you know the green room.
Yeah.
You know how much it bugs me that people have not tore off the film
on the TV
on the microwave.
Oh, it's on the microwave?
Yeah, someone was like, literally, we should keep that on there. And every week, I'm like, just rip it off.
I love the little film on like everything. It's on so many of my things.
No, I take it off.
Like the only reason why I don't have it on my phone is because I have a screen protector. Anyway, I hate Facebook Marketplace. I hate it so much. I never buy things on there because it's like this is cheap, this is used. I don't like it. It's not for me. I'm too bougie for it. So I decided I'm gonna bury my pride. I'm gonna bury my finances, and I decided I'm gonna buy a hi-hat. Like I needed a hi-hat. So I talked to this guy. We agree on a price, and I say, hey, let's meet at the Costco on Linwood. And he says, oh, the one by the Home Depot. I said, yes. Let's meet there at like 5:30. So 5:30 rolls around, and he texts me, hey, I'm parked by the loading dock. I said, perfect. I know where that is. I'll be right there. I pull up to the loading dock at this Costco at 5:30. And I'm like, oh, what kind of car do you have? He's like, oh, I have a red SUV. And I'm like, I don't see a red SUV by the loading dock. I'm like, maybe there's a different loading dock on the other side. I think there is. It's not. There's a tire center over there. So I go over there, and he's like, hey, are you here? And I'm like, yeah. What kind of car? He's like, oh, I have a red SUV. I'm like, okay, great. I'm by the loading dock. He's like, you're on the one on Linwood, right? I'm like, yeah. And so I'm like, we're texting back and forth, like, where are you? He's like, I'm driving around. I was like, okay, why are you driving? Stop your car. Where are you? And he's like, I'm parked right here. And he gives me like a thing. I was like, okay, don't move. I will. If I'm ever looking for you, you stay your put.
Finding him?
Yes. Because I was like, what? I was like, what's around you right now? He's like, the Home Depot entrance. I'm like, why are you at Home Depot? And he's like, well, where are you at? I said, I'm at Costco.
At the loading dock.
By the loading dock. And I go through the messages. I'm like, did we agree at any point in time to meet at this Home Depot? And I'm like, no, this idiot. Like 30 minutes has gone by of us like driving in this parking lot looking for each other. And this idiot is driving around the wrong parking lot. And I almost was like, I don't even want this no more. I don't even want this anymore because I'm so mad at you for being stupid. Yes, because because then I was like, okay, you stay there. I will come to you. And he's like, no, I'm already moving again. I'm like, oh my God, why are you moving your car? And he's like, where are you? I was like, I said, I am physically in front of the front door at Costco. I am blocking traffic right now. My hazards are on. And he's like, oh, I see you. There's a bunch of cars behind you. I was like, I'm not moving until you come give me this hi-hat. It's like, I made my position known very clearly, like where I was at. And he's like, hey, sorry about that. I was like, give me.
Is that what you said?
No, but I wanted to. Oh my God. I was so mad. Julia, please bleep my swear words because
you know it is. It's gonna be like beep 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 beep.
Please bleep that because I was so pissed.
Yeah,
I hate Facebook Marketplace.
No, it is. And then I thought you were gonna say something about how like people always be like, "Oh, do you want this?" And then they never respond.
I don't mind that. Like, I don't mind like if I'm selling something. Like, I'll respond to all of you. I don't care. Look, because I always say, look, it's available. Come get it.
First come, first serve.
Whoever pulls up will get it. I don't. I'm like, and people are like, oh, can you hold? Nope, you can come get it right now. I was like, I will not hold this for you.
Yeah.
I don't mind that at all. I love being ruthless on Facebook Marketplace.
No, I'm talking about the people that be like, hey, is this still available? And then you respond and then just never.
That I don't care about. That doesn't bother me.
So mine, actually, Julia, I want you to roll the footage about Mr. Diva over here talking about his fancy little TSA pre-check. And how he's just so better than them.
Oh, I am. What's the problem?
People that don't have TSA pre-check, the experience is quite like jail. But when you have TSA pre-check, it is quite nice. It's almost comforting.
So
it's like it's like where Chrisley's at.
When I walk
Chrisley's at because like it's like
when
the
I walk
jail.
through TSA pre-check, I do feel a sense of entitlement. I feel better than everybody else.
That's how you just feel every day of your life.
Well,
first step of TSA pre-check. We almost missed our flights to Vegas. Because we all agreed to leave the house by a certain time. It was
that's
like
my fault.
20 minutes after that.
That's my fault.
We get to the airport. He's like, oh, man, there's usually a car ready to take us right here, right now.
There is.
We had to wait. Then we get to the airport. All right, TSA pre-check. He's gone. I get it, which he got to get to the Tarway or whatever. Me and Joel are walking in the hall, and I hear my name called over speakers. So we run, and we get, and the door is shut. I've never showed up to a flight, and the door was shut, and I had not scanned my ticket. They let us on. Caleb's just standing there recording us laughing, coming down.
I was not laughing at y'all. I was not laughing at y'all for that, though. I was laughing because I was like, they finally made it. I was laughing with happiness.
No, I know. But also, so then we, on the flight back, Mr. TSA pre-check thinks he's fly. He walks, he's like, bye, guys. I'm going to go to this line.
I didn't even say anything to you.
Anyways, guess who made it through security quicker than he did?
Who did?
We did.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah. And then you had to get your bag checked and searched.
Man, that was...
Which I did on the way there, too, because of card games.
No, I had batteries in my bag, which is like, why are you stopping me for batteries? I don't understand. But I had like a 9-volt battery in there. They were like, oh, what's this? I was like when they when they flagged my bag, I was like, what's in my bag? And I'm like, okay. And so they looked like the front pocket. He's like, nothing's in here. And then he looks, he's like, oh, the batteries. And he pulls them out and he's like, what are you doing? He's like, all right, you can go. And I'm like, I want to know what you were looking for. Like what flagged? Because I was upset. Oh man, I am sorry for getting us to the airport late.
No,
in my defense, that shuttle is usually. And when we pulled up, there was a shuttle there, and they left because the dudes were taking forever to get to my car, and I was just like, bruh.
The main thing was because you have TSA pre-check, you were
breeze.
You were
airports.
fine. Whereas you were with other people who didn't have it. We weren't that much farther behind you, but you barely made it.
I could have been in the seat and buckled before y'all even got to the thing. I was that far ahead.
He left us in the dust. He was ready to go to Vegas without us.
No, but the reason why I was still on the jetway was because I let literally everybody else go ahead. I was like, go ahead. And they're like, are you sure? I was like, go. because I was not about to get on that plane without you guys. I would have held that. I would have been the guy like carried out in handcuffs if y'all wouldn't have made it. I was like, I was ready. I was ready to not. If y'all missed the flight, I missed the flight. That's how it was going to be. I wasn't going to get there without y'all.
Yeah.
Even though the rental car was in my name, I could have gotten there. And
but the hotel wasn't.
Yeah, I would have had to wait.
You would have had to find a place to stay.
But hey, Vegas 2025 is happening. Put your name on the guest list if you want to be a part of That's How You Feel.
Which is
Vegas
also funny.
2025.
Oh my Lord. We are not. What are you going to rent out a hotel? Also funny. Also kind of a that's crazy. So Caleb wouldn't give me anything about how he enjoyed this trip. He came up and apologized to me the Sunday after.
Sure did.
Because why don't you tell the story?
Okay. So,
because it's a little crazy.
It's not crazy. So again, like the whole trip, Levi's trying to be a good friend and check in on me and ask me how I'm doing and how I'm enjoying things. And I'm not giving him anything. In my head, I'm like, I'm fine. Like we cool. We're good. But what Levi was looking for was like an explanation, like maybe a breakdown. Or
I just want to know you enjoyed the trip. You never once gave me.
I said it was fine.
Anyways, tell what you're gonna say.
Anyway, so a friend of ours, Mariah, she asked me how the trip was, and I was like, "Oh man, it was amazing. It was great. We did this, and this, and this, and this." And I'm explaining to her every cool thing about the trip that I enjoyed. And as I'm telling her this, I'm like, I bet this is what Levi wanted to hear when he asked me how the trip was. And then I was thinking, okay, I need to apologize to him because that's what he was looking for, and I didn't give him that at all. I kept saying it was fine. But I was also doing that to be like a little bit of a jerk, like it was fine, Levi. Like I was doing it to purposely not. I wasn't.
I know you like to find out what annoys your friends, and then you purposely do it, like sending K. That's not a good trait.
Anyway, I realized I was doing that, but also in the slight defense of that, you were there while the things happened. So
watching your facial reactions.
All right, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, I did go apologize. I was like, hey, look, I'm sorry that I didn't tell you how much fun I had and all that stuff when you asked me. So I was wrong. Growth.
If you got this far, I hope that there's some growth. Thanks for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. We truly appreciate all of you guys.
And Gatorade, send us some more lime cucumber.
Please don't. Send us some good flavors. We'll try some crazy flavors, but
this ain't bad again. I like it again.
Caleb, no. Have a good night, folks.
I'm just look.
No, Caleb.
Hey, they sell this in a 6-pack.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get it for you for Christmas.
I'm sure you would. Trifling.